Hello. Make sure everything's good. A few things to talk about. We do have training camp. It's officially open at 2 o'clock. We started at 2:15, but I have not gotten any Shedeur clips just yet. Or not actually. Forget Shedeur because I have no Browns clips except for some Shedeur. Wait. Oh no, that's the Bengals. Except for we do have some Shedeur interviews that we're gonna hop right into. But let me just double check something real quick. Let me do something real quick. Like, but how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Everybody doing good. Obviously, last video we made, we talked about the fact that you're dealing with something in which not Dion, I said Dion, in which what's it called? Shadeur Sanders clearly isn't getting a fair rap, right? Sorry, I had to fix this. Boom. Okay, cool. Fire flame, fire flame, spitter. All right. How we doing? How we feeling? Hope everybody's doing phenomenal. Hope everybody's doing great. Let's not even dilly nor dally. We're gonna get right into this. And what I want to get into is this right here. Shadeur Sanders was asked in the media a few things, and of course, Shedeur had to be asked by Mary Kay Cabot, but we're going to get right into it with what Shedeur Sanders has to say. Actually, I wish I could just put it over me. I wish I could. How about this? Boom. And then we're going to go like that. I don't never take anything as frustrating because I know everybody tries their best. So, like, even, throughout everything in college and everything, I was never frustrated ever at teammates, at everybody, because I know everybody's going out there doing their best. So, if you're doing your best and you tell me, you look me in the eye and tell me you're doing your best, I know I'm out here trying to do my best. I know I make mistakes. I know you make mistakes. So, it's like, why would I be mad? We all in similar situations. So, that doesn't really frustrate me at all. It doesn't frustrate me. Being able to have an opportunity we have days on days on days and days, and just the relationships, and you could look at somebody in the eye and be like, my bad, bro. Like that's what it was. I'm like, all good, it's no problem, because who knows how much time everybody has to spend together. It's about relationships overall. So I don't want any memories of me, being negative or being mad at any situation that happened. That was Shadeur Sanders' response to him having a not so great red zone period. And really, as it seems like he hasn't really been getting a fair shot when it comes to overall training camp. He's had no first team reps, obviously in OTAs. And then you come into the training camp where he seemingly has no team reps again after, Dillon Gabriel, Joe Flacco, and everybody else gets reps. Shadeur Sanders is not even throwing to wide receivers. He's throwing to equipment guys. It's a little bit ridiculous. And a lot of people have recognized that. And the fact that Shadeur Sanders is able to not just get frustrated, but be able to recognize what's happening and take things to the next level. So again, he was asked about some red zone work in which it didn't look good. And it's crazy. It's crazy when even Mary Kay Cabot, the biggest Shedeur hater, has something positive to say. Now, there's no video for this, but Shedeur Sanders, this is what Mary Kay tweeted now. So, hey, I don't know. I still don't trust you, Mary Kay. But this is what she tweeted. She says, Jerome Baker was talking at a podium, right? Recently, not recently retired, but recently elevated because of the retirement of Jordan Hicks, hook 'em horns, at a podium. Reporters started to head to the other podium because Sanders was, getting ready to start his stuff. Very quietly, Sanders told PR he wouldn't talk until Baker was done. That's and as Mary Kay can't even say that. That's a cool move. But we talk about and glazing or this or that, or why do you make so many Shedeur videos, or why'd you even start making these? And it's like, dog, y'all are just purposely trying to make Shedeur look a way that he's never looked. This is arrogant. This is entitled.
This is the Nepo baby that y'all were trying to tell me that was gonna cry and throw his hands in the air when he didn't get what he wants. He's never had any adversity. All the lies, right? All the lies that you've told or people have told, because maybe not you, because you're watching this video. I'm assuming that you're a Shedeur guy just like me, or Shedeur lady. Shout out to the CU aunties. Y'all know how y'all get down. Okay. So it was never gonna work, right? It was never gonna fool most people who have already watched years of him in the media. This is no surprise to me. I hate saying this, but go watch the videos from a year ago. Go watch the post-game Nebraska video when people tried to frame that crazy, and I sat there and I was like, we watched the full interview. We've done it multiple times because people keep trying to bring it up, but y'all don't watch stuff. Y'all got TikTok brains. I think that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all see clicks and headlines and AI accounts can write whatever they want. Make up whatever. Y'all don't care. Right? That's what you're telling me. If you thought Shadeur Sanders was arrogant or whatever, clearly no, whatever media you fell for, or at least wrong media you fell for, whatever propaganda you fell for it. So let's get deeper into it because there's plenty of clips here. He's going to speak about not getting any reps. He's also going to speak about the intense training camp. So we're just going to rapid fire through those, and then I'll get back to yapping. And let me shut my trap here for a second.
I would say just learning. Every day, of course, I'm learning different things because I know the opportunity will come. And whenever it comes, I want to be able to know the ins and outs and know the full everything. So I don't want to really make too many mistakes when it's my time.
Nice. Next up, this is Shadeur Sanders asked about why he's not getting any reps.
I don't think that's not my place, to answer, to even be able to give the answer to that. I feel like it's not in my control, so I'm not even gonna think about that or have that even in my thought process of why it is. Like, it's a lot of people that want to have the opportunity to be at this level, and I'm here, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity. So whenever that is, it is. But
and I said I was gonna let me let's get to the end of videos. Let me get to the end. So wait. I have to. Sorry, you have context for this. So Mary Kay Cabot apparently asked about the speeding tickets, and this was the response.
So I really don't even drive like that much anymore. But I really don't drive fast at all. So I definitely follow the rules, and I hope everybody learn from my situation. That not drive fast at all.
Yo, shout out to three-man three-man podcast. He's in the live chat. Sent that too. I appreciate that. Support black male media. Make sure you support black media and support a young black man in Shadeur Sanders who can take a situation which was tried to be spun, right? His speeding ticket. It was tried to be turned into some crazy, awful, negative thing. That was whatever, right? And y'all watched my video if y'all were there and y'all watched the video. I told you, look, Shadeur Sanders, he need to, he definitely needed to be held accountable. He definitely needed to be, hey, dog, you can't be doing that. But it's not the end of the world, right? The sky's not falling, okay? The dude has a fast car and he's driving the car fast. Like, I think out in Cleveland, Ohio, there's a lot more worse things that he could be doing. But let's stop. Let's cut it out. So the fact that he's able to look, it's one thing to answer things in a very politically correct way, but how does it feel whenever the questions aren't convenient, right? Speeding ticket, we can laugh it off. We can do this. We can do that. Other thing, right? The playing time thing, where it's like, hey, we're talking football. You can have your set of responses for that. But when I start talking about directly coming out personal stuff about, hey, whether it was Mary Kay asking about his dad's health, right? Remember that. That's why Mary Kay, we can't trust you. Even though you tweeted that nice thing, you gave us some good intel. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Right. But with the way that he's been able to respond to things that I don't think is your typical media trained thing, is to be able to be like, hey man, I did wrong. We got to do better. And hey, I ain't even driving no more. So now I want to not respond, but Shedeur was asked about something and I thought he was going to be asked about it. right? I talked about this yesterday. I didn't think it was a big. I thought it was weird, but I was like, at the end of the day, it might not be a big idea, but it proves a larger thing. And the larger idea is that the Browns really do not see Shedeur Sanders as a possibility to start because he's throwing to equipment guys. But this is what Shedeur Sanders has to say about throwing to equipment guys.
It doesn't really faze me. You gotta understand, we came all the way from HBCU to Power 5, and then now we're here. So at this point, if you look around, there's nothing, that's a challenge, I'd say.
Hey, man. And yeah. Wait, but first off, this is what he's referring to, because I'm about to make a reference. Okay, this is silent, so I can say. How many of y'all know the reference of Jeezy? Not Jeezy, what's it called? The Game. If you know, and this is very specific, The Game starts all of his quote unquote freestyles. Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white. I pull up in a red rose, white. Go look it up. Go look up The Game freestyling. Red rose, white ceilings. And I feel like Shedeur, that's his. Bow. Put that on you, and that's important. Because marketing, in the world of marketing, hey, repeat your message. His message is, remember, I came from an HBCU, and y'all know I don't forget it. I know the people who try to get or try to get at Shedeur. Oh, he only went 12 and 13. He only did this and this. Y'all gonna forget the 2 years at the FCA? I mean, at HBCU. Y'all gonna disrespect HBCU legends? Don't let me rattle out the list of Walter Payton and Ray. We're not gonna do that. Eric McNair, we ain't going there right now. What I am going to say is that Shedeur is not forgetting it, and he's not letting y'all forget it. So he gets to the NFL stage, continues his humility, but not only humility in a time where he's clearly not being prioritized, right? Like you can see everybody else, receiver, cool. Shedeur makes his, and it's in the background while he does his throw. The people are going to the next station. Hey, let's go. They don't even care at that point when it gets to Shedeur. Right? So the fact that he's able to be like, nah, man, it's not that serious. And then in light of that, remember my adversity. And not only that, but remember where we come from, HBCUs. It ain't no just Colorado. For a multitude of reasons, not just because you're going to tell a story, tell the full thing. Here they are running off. That's coaches and everybody running off. And then you got the equipment coach coming in right there, right? And here is ESPN Radio, because they're always on top of them, saying the same. I mean, people
apparently
coming
Kenny
in saying the same thing.
Yesterday threw quite possibly the worst pass in the history of Browns training camp. Shadeur Sanders apparently is throwing not to receivers, but to equipment guys. They've got equipment guys like Jug snapping him the ball and then also running the routes. I don't know. Mahomes is throwing to Kelsey. Shedeur is throwing to equipment guys. Okay. Dylan Gabriel looks like the best quarterback in camp. Joe Flacco looks old. I don't know. 4 for 10 yesterday. But, Chris, I'm starting to think that once the season starts, we're actually going to utter the name Dylan Gabriel more than we will the name Shedeur Sanders.
Yo, the Joe Flacco disrespect. And maybe I need to just be, the reality of it is the fact that, hey, maybe he just, maybe he is just old. Maybe the old guy is old. But again, he's not only staying humble, not only reminding people of his roots, but also shouting at HBCUs. There's so many different levels and layers of what he's able to do, keeping his brand consistent of what he wants to be represented as at this NFL level. I have to commend him, even if he does not play one snap of football. I think the fact that he is continuously not even disproving all the people who are mad at him for getting rated as a first-round pick and then sliding down, like he did something to do that. Everybody's like, oh my God, that everybody believed it. Well, or only Shadeur's camp and Deion's camp believed it. But I think that a fifth round, we can all agree, is nobody believed that, right? So people try to spin the narrative. Hey, it's really like this. It's all because of this and all because of that. And now the all the bad things, right? All the things that, the arrogance, the this, the that. He's gonna throw people under the bus. He doesn't. He's a nepo. It's kind of crumbling right now. it's all going away. So I think we got a few more videos. This is we're gonna speak about his mindset with those minimum reps, and then I want to get back to that video again.
Just have a deeper level of understanding, because I know whenever I get my opportunity, I gotta maximize it. So that's something you have to change in the mentality standpoint, and the mental standpoint is okay. I just gotta think about what I could do to get better, even if I'm not getting reps, and yeah, it's no problem.
No problem. And again, that's just the consistency that he's been able to have with that messaging here. And we were talking about this one up here, and again, the fact that he's like, and I talked about it, and I'm happy that I brought this back up because I speak about this a lot with Shiloh, and I'm like, man, every time we see clips of Shiloh out there and Travis Hunter, right? Every time we see clips of them, it's like, dog, they just love the game of football. Like, they're smiling, they're dancing. I know people might call it corny for Travis Hunter, but they're smiling, they're intense, they're really like, they look like they just enjoy playing the game of football, right? And a lot of people speak about this idea of like, how do you find somebody who really loves football, like really lives and breathes football, right? And the fact that that's what I get from this video. I get someone who's enjoying the process, who's like, for as much as, and again, this is less of a serious thing and more of I just think y'all mischaracterize him. This is a little kid, he's not a little kid. It's a little kid who just completed his dream. I know he's got a few more steps left, but by all means, he got drafted in the NFL. He is at an NFL training camp right now. He belongs to an NFL team. He's employed and gets paid from an NFL organization at right side. If nothing else happens, he has made it to the NFL. Now, what happens next? The next level, obviously, we'll see. But I think that I see that with the smile in his answer, and I'll just let it play. I'm not gonna let it. You ain't gonna yap over me, but it's a smile. He's talking about not getting first team reps, and I'm over here making videos about, oh man, this is bad and that's bad, and he's over here like, dog, I'm just enjoying learning new people. I'm just enjoying. Look at that smile, like, dog, I'm in the NFL right now, and I'm getting something that I've always dreamed of. I always thought was the goal, and now we're doing it. Now it's happening. So why would I feel bad? That's beautiful. That's amazing. I think a lot of people, if you have that type of mindset for just life and in general different things. I mean, you know how Deion Sanders get. That boy be writing. Coach Prime be writing them feel good poems in the morning. He hit you with one of them motivational, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The water's blue, but the sky's also clear. So you're gonna get out of here. Like he be like cooking stuff up. I don't have it. Like I don't have the primetime touch, but I think Shedeur does have that where he's a little, you know what I'm saying? He can spin something off. He can show you the wisdom that is there with a little bit of charismatic or charisma there as well. So last thing here, this kind of speaks to some of the things that I was talking about, and that's mainly the idea that this is clearly just a three-man race for a quarterback at the Browns.
This quarterback competition is between three guys for the starting position. It's Joe Flacco, it's Kenny Pickett, and it's Dillon Gabriel. It is not Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders was a complete afterthought for the Browns in the draft. They passed on him 6 times. They took Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd, identified Gabriel as the guy they wanted to bring into their offensive system and develop. Shedeur Sanders just happened to be there in the 5th round. The Browns were perfectly fine with any other team taking him. It just got to a point where the value was too good for them to pass up, and their analytics said, you better just go ahead and get this guy. He's a quarterback. He's got first-round pedigree, blah, blah, blah. So they drafted him. But make no mistake, Shedeur Sanders is the last guy on the quarterback depth chart for the Browns. That's not me saying that's how I feel like it should be. That's not me saying I think they're doing the right thing or the wrong. I'm just saying you need to understand Shedeur Sanders is not a priority for the Browns right now in training camp. They're trying to figure out who's going to be the week 1 starter, how this quarterback depth chart is going to shake out, and that competition, like I have said multiple times here, is between Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dillon Gabriel.
And like, you know, the ESPN media alluded to, apparently Joe Flacco is looking a little too old to be competing in that. And I want to stress that it's not Shedeur's fault. I think a lot of more people, some people gained, like Shedeur just keeps gaining fans. This is my last thing I'm gonna say because I'm here live. I got my wonderful live chat. I need to respond to some of their comments. So to end this off, I'm gonna say this. It feels like Shadeur Sanders is trying to be victimized at almost each step or getting a bad end of the deal. And what's happening is someone who, in fact, is a nepotism baby, right? But that's not that's not a negative thing, but just by definition, right? His son's, he's got to have certain advantages to get certain NFL things, right? So someone who does have that, who grew up with a lot, right? But he is against the stereotypes of that, which was being like an actual bad guy or being mean or being bratty. Those things just don't equate with Shedeur Sanders. So I think they thought that he was going to be an easy person to just do that. Every time he responds in a way that people are not expecting, and he just gets more fans to the point that Mary Kay Cabot only can say positive things about it. I mean, we're in crazy times, man. But hey, we're here live, so I'm about to get back to my live stream. But I just had to record some of these comments. I thought it was dope insights. Good to see what Shedeur's mindset looks like. What do you think about this whole situation, the quarterback battle, and everything else in between? Please like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, sizes, forms, and fashion. Join me live if I am live. I'm not live that often, but when I am, be there. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Oh, yeah, keep being great. Keep being great. All right, live chat. I got to respond to something what y'all was saying. So, what my boy 12 do? He did everything. He cooked that interview. That's what he did, that boy Rico. DE says, in America in the 20th century, black people are our own, black owned. Oh, wow. Okay, that kind of, I was trying to read it, but it glitched out. TR says, days like this. Not sure why. Incognito Fee says, did you guys catch Mary Kay tell Dylan how SS interview is so energetic and fun? Yeah, that she, in her little... There's a little snippet. I might actually pull it up, but there's like a little snippet where Mary Kay basically says, "Wow, like, oh wow, that's speed. That's weird." So, did someone say free Shedeur? Did someone say free Shedeur? What is this? This is hilarious. This is actually hilarious. Wait, I actually want to see what this is. Oh wow, this dude's. Oh man, everybody. Oh man. Oh man. I'll pull that up, but yeah, it's not looking the best on all angles right now. So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna finish reading y'all's comments, but first things first, not really first things first, but we're waiting on. It's supposed to be happening already. It's 2:38, so hopefully by now, it'll be there. I'm gonna let this play for a second. What's it called? I gotta upload the video I just recorded. So I'm gonna let y'all play, and I'm gonna yap to y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all, but I gotta upload it here on this other screen over yonder, and then say hi, what's up to the chat. So let's check it out. So first off, 850 Club says, if you don't want him, trade him and cry later. Yeah, 850 Credit Club. It's a weird situation because I think from the beginning everybody looked at this situation like, well, what is the goal, and like how are you gonna like figure this out to actually be productive? And I think a lot of people rightfully thought, hey, it's the Browns, so they're just gonna mess it up anyway, right? They're just gonna they're just gonna find a way for this to not work. And it seems as if that they've done just that. It seems like they find a way in this particular instance where it doesn't work. And I think people were being optimistic, maybe Shedeur gets a chance, maybe this or that, maybe that, but it's pretty clear that the best thing for Shedeur Sanders is to not be a Cleveland Brown. And that is the sad truth. That is the sad truth. Spiritual War Exposed says throwing to the equipment guy is the last straw. Like it's pretty embarrassing when you think about it. But humbly to 1 second. But yeah, it hopefully we can wait, hold up. Where is my dang video at? I had another thing. This is my problem. I can't be doing that. But yeah, so it's not necessarily that they're just dumb. That's what we'll say. Andrew Berry is a failed GM for a reason. Sanders done. Oh, okay. Dominate. Y'all like the way my keyboard sounds? There we go. That's how we do it. All right, sorry about that. All right, I'm back. So, oh no, is my stream okay? Hold up. No, we're good. Okay, cool. We're doing okay. What's up, Great Team News? Sanders gives the only way to win. Appreciate you. Dylan's going to crack the first game. What's it called? Fans play once everyone has failed. Bronny Nepo baby Shedeur's earned his draft position. I think so. I think he's definitely earned it. And again, I don't mean Nepo baby. I want you to understand that when some people says, Nepo baby or Nepo, like, by definition, I mean, I already explained it, but it's not in any negative way per se. You know what I'm saying? Why is it doing this? This is crazy. Is it because I'm live? I think it's because I'm live. Gee whiz. Nisa, what's up? What's up? Hey, no late. It's nothing late about it. Nothing late about it. I was trying to upload this video, but it looks like what is going on right now? Check my pretty oh Judy. I go like this, and like this. So I'm having some connection problems in the background right now. But so what we're gonna be looking for right now is some Shadeur Sanders and just in general Brown stuff. If you don't know, the Browns training camp just opened up to the fans at 2:00. So I was assuming that what was gonna happen is we're gonna already have a bunch of clips out. I haven't even seen any clips. So here we are. Right. 2025. Today is the 25th, so they practice at 2:00. Oh, here we go. Never mind. I am so wrong. We have our first look at some clips here. So I think I'm going to separate this into a few of my favorite accounts that do some great stuff. So boom, boom. Yeah, this because this is live. I want to try to get all of these clips. Okay, cool. Dope. All right, so we finally have some videos coming out now. Oh man. Oh, this is crazy. Shedeur has, I want y'all to know, Shedeur has taken over Cleveland already, dog. I'm trying to tell y'all this, but if you don't know, right now we're not recording anything right now. We're just gonna react as these videos come in. I'm gonna respond to y'all. But do y'all see this right now? This is the first day the media gets here, right? I mean the first day the fans get here. Y'all see what's happening, man. Y'all see what's happening, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh, I appreciate y'all saying smash the like button. It says late but present. Nothing wrong with being late, Nisa. I know it sounds impossible to a lot of folks. Yes, black people have our own sports leagues. This is a choice. I'm not disagreeing with you, sir. I'm not. And then Annette T55 says time to get off the plant. Okay. All right. I'm not even mad at that. But we'll talk about that. But first, let's talk about Shadeur Sanders. What's it called? So we got the people really out here supporting Shedeur. So we got a few clips we're about to go through here. We got some nice clips. Do we have any though specifically Shedeur Sanders throws? I'm not sure if we have any. Right now we just have clips, but we don't of Browns camp, but we don't have any as it looks Browns stuff. Not Browns, Shedeur stuff. Shedeur throws. Yeah, well, Shedeur went 4 for 4. Shadeur Sanders had 2 plays with the twos and the 3, so we should be getting some Shedeur stuff here just soon, in just a second, hopefully. What did he? Yeah, I got that song stuck in my head that "Go on me like I'm just later." I think it's fresh, boy. I think it's fresh. All right, I'm gonna stop hiding this from you. I'm gonna show you. But I want to make sure we have everything. So most recently, I think the thing we just got is that Shedeur got a few throws in. Joe Flacco had 4 plays to start. I'll go ahead and show you. All right, boom. So this is what I'm looking at. We're not going to record just yet, but Sanders had 3 plays with the 2s and 3s. So that's what we have the most recent update. Joe Flacco had 4 plays to start the 11-on-11s, followed by Kenny Pickett. So these are probably my favorite 3 Browns accounts. If you're on Twitter and you follow Browns, make sure you check them out because they always have great stuff, right? Cameron Justice, lady, I believe. She does really good work. She has, good interviews and things, good insight. And here's a dope video of Jerry Jeudy supporting the people. Again, this is the first open training camp for the Browns. So, the people are out there. Of course, she's got some Dylan Gabriel too. We already watched Shedeur do what he does best, you know what I'm saying? So nothing crazy right now from Cameron just yet. Daniel has what's it called? Okay, he's got the and this is why we follow Daniel, because he's got the lowdown. So let's talk about the Browns head coach Stefanski and Jordan Hicks. Well, okay, not important right now. Don't see Woods. Joe Flacco is up first for the Browns to start 11-on-11s for day 3. Joe Flacco is up first. It says Browns just finished a whirlwind session of 11s with each quarterback getting about 3 to 4 plays. This was the rotation. So Flacco with the 1s, Pickett with the 2s. I'm going to take a Snapchat because I'm actually make a video about it or with this eventually. But right now we're just kind of going over it as it comes in live, and then we'll make a video about it. Browns just finished a whirlwind session with the 11s, 34 plays. This was the rotation. Flacco with the 1s, Pickett with the 2s. Flacco with the 1s, Pickett with the 2s, Gabriel with the 1s, and then Sanders with the 3s. So again, for all the people who are getting at Shedeur for not having first team reps, they're not giving it to him, and they're not prioritizing them. And the only reps they gave Gabriel were with the 1s. And I want to stress this. I'm probably going to do this in the video, talk about this in the video, but it's important to point out that Kevin Stefanski went into OTAs knowing that he was going to be, switching things up, right? And having to have a bit of a challenge to ensure that he can get all of his quarterbacks playing time, because this is a bit of an unorthodox situation of having this many quarterbacks on the roster, right? Is this a slow-mo? What's going on? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's randomly in slow-mo. That's weird. Okay. Here we go. Dylan Sampson. Now, Dylan Sampson is the new running back 1, obviously with the Quinshon Judkins situation, which is a crazy, crazy situation it seems right now. Wow, not that many clips so far. This is it. These are like my guys. I don't got much else cooking right now. So no Shedeur throws. I guess we don't have any footage of Shedeur throwing. We definitely have footage of Shedeur being the guy right now. So let's read some more of the chat. It says, "What's up, dog? Q dog. How you doing? How you living? And how you feeling? To be treated like this by every people I don't know how to bathe is crazy." Okay, they are still going off in the comments. That's phenomenal. Randy Booker says, "Them boys trying to treat Shedeur how they feel the NBA should have treated Bronny. The NFL is full of weirdos. They don't know what the NBA ish happening in the NFL, so they trying their best to stop it." Okay, I can see that. I see where you're coming from, though. What I have to agree, full stop with, is the idea of him not being him being treated the way people wanted Brian to be treated, right? You know, I think they wanted Brian to not only be bad, but to also be treated as if, he was like, a problem or a nuisance or something like that. When it didn't seem to be the case. You feel me? All right. See what else we have. TR says someone posted Shedeur is an afterthought, but the Cleveland Browns community deserve him not in the organization. Yeah, we actually watched that. What's it called? And the biggest thing there is that he is being treated as an afterthought, and he's not being treated as an afterthought again by what's it called? By the Browns community. It's more so by the Browns, brass. The way that they're handling things seems to be not in the most conducive ways. So let me I'm about to throw the X Pro back over here. If I can. Okay, so we're still getting more videos coming out. Sorry, y'all know you can't just put what's it called? You can't just put Twitter out there. Twitter be wilding. So, you gotta be particular. So I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm about to make this a safe space for you all y'all over here. I'm gonna still respond to y'all's comments. On NFL present a plantation concept, Shedeur won't be buck broken. Now, hey, I do think, however you say it, because I don't disagree with the whole buck breaking situation, in certain facets, but I almost think that it's in a more insidious way. It's not that, because I think it's about siphoning money at a low price. I think it's about 360 dealing Shadeur Sanders. They want to make sure that he gets into the league at a low price, right? So whatever NFL team has to deal with the quote unquote media hassle, which again, I think is BS. I don't understand how you're in a national professional league. That's been like the since I was a kid, I've always heard that excuse for like certain players. Oh, well, he's such a distraction. And the NBA is different. Very, very tight knit XYZ. If he's just not gelling with the locker room, that's different. But you're talking about like specifically because of the media, not because he's a locker room problem, because of the media attention. Well, that's not his fault, dog. Right. And that's just, at that point, you're finding excuses instead of finding reasons for him to, thrive in the league. So, but no, I do see what you're saying, right? This idea that he needs to be humbled. He needs to be reacting a certain way. The problem with that, though, and this is why I disagree with that buck breaking, the humbling, all that crap, is just like we talked about. He's already humble. Like there is nothing to be humbled. He's already humble. He already presents himself in a manner in a way that just is respectable. It's honorable. It's from what we've seen. Again, I don't know what he's like behind closed doors, but right now we've seen somebody who, through all the hundreds of hours, he's probably been filmed more than any other football player of the last 5 years, right? Specifically college football player. He's probably been filmed more than any other one. And it's clear that he's been able to show a bit of grace and ineptitude, speaking to the media in the way that he handles that. So, he's got to give him his credit, because that's what he's owed right now. Big fan of your channel. Sony Augustin, we need Shedeur to start the season. Absolutely. Appreciate you, Sony. What do you call forcing him down to the 5th round, then using that as the reason to deny him reps? You could call that. Oh, and again, DL, I don't disagree. I think you're right. I'm saying that I'm taking it further. I don't know if y'all watched the Joe Budden podcast, but Mr. Take It Further. I agree with you, but for me, where I land is no. They trying to 360 deal. They trying to young money you. They trying to Birdman you. And I'm not just going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you go to a team. I'm going to let you run the money up. I'm going to go look at the NFL. Go look at the Browns. Look who they posting a bunch. They sure can post what's it called, Shedeur, about, you know what? I didn't want to do this. And this is not in the video. I'm giving you, this is just strictly for the live stream. I'm not so I should keep this for the video. Nah, man. Because I'm not the first person to make this, and it's not even the first person. It's not the first time I've said this. But at this point, it has never been more true. And I know if you're a Shedeur person, gal, an auntie, whatever you identify yourself as, right? You know this, and it's the idea that Shadeur Sanders gets a bunch of posts on. We're just gonna scroll a little bit, boom. I hit Dylan too, they're both in there, but he gets plenty of posts. There's another one from Shedeur on the main page, right? So people know what's good. People know what brings it in, and they had a special post for Shedeur. Boom, 1.6, 360,000 views. You know what that boy do, Mr. One Sleeve McGee. So I gotta say, hey, yeah, y'all clearly know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't gonna give him the reps, but y'all gonna give him the posts. And hey, there go Joe Flizzy though. And I'm tired of the Joe Flacco disrespect. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop with the Joe Flizzy disrespect. Y'all give him plenty of posts, but you know what you don't give him. And when Myles Garrett shows up, you gotta give Myles Garrett. And when Shedeur shows up, and then the difference, obviously 4K, 700,000 views, and there goes Dylan Gabriel, 53,000 views, and that's not even a bad pass. I think better camera, better camera work, maybe will help him out. I'm not, me. This is a pro Dylan Gabriel page too. We don't be hating on Dylan Gabriel, but clearly, and on top of that, the ball. I mean, this ball was like, how do you see this? How do y'all are posting it on the main page? And again, we're not seeing everything in practice, so maybe there's something that we're not seeing. Clearly, there's something that we're not seeing. But yeah, I do think that this is the time to make that comparison or that distinction, because plenty of posts about Shedeur. No reps, no meaningful reps. So, but yeah, we're gonna hopefully. I think we're about to get some actual Shedeur clips coming in here just soon. It's not about no Joe Flacco. Not a big fan of Jerry Jeudy. El Nino says, if you think Shedeur is slow or his arm is weak, just says you never watch a whole game of Buffs football. That's fair. I don't believe any of those things. Sony says, not a big fan of Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy is an acquired taste. I think his first time breaking that 1,000-yard. Some of the things that people have said about him in the past, I think it does have to be taken with a grain of salt. DL is not up on Joe Felicity, and I respect my football elders. That's all that is. And Just a Girl says, I can't wait until he gets time to shine. That's the truth, because right now he's getting suppressed. Sony says Shedeur makes his money off the field, and he definitely does. He definitely does. And he gonna continue to do it. Okay, so let's check back in. Let's see if there is anything popping, locking, and dropping. Specifically, oh wow, this is not where I was going. I wanted to go, because I was here with it. Okay, cool. All right, Fred. We're gonna update Fred here. See if he has anything else for us. Sanders had 3 plays with the 2s and the 3s. Okay, so actually I need this too for the video, man. I need this for the video. So as of today, he did get some reps. He got 3 plays. Now, does that mean he got 3 throws? We don't know. We don't have any more details as it stands right now. And this is the only clip we have from my man Fred, and this thing is super slow. Usually, what happens, and this is what the fun thing about training camp being open, we're about to start seeing fan clips, and that's what I'm waiting on. I can't believe we don't have a fan clip yet. Because the fans are out there, unless they said they couldn't, unless they said they couldn't record. But yeah, this is a banger, dog. This is an absolute banger, dog.
Let's go.
I'm gonna just put this on in the background, dog. I'm gonna just put this on repeat in the background, dog.
Let's go.
Just put it. Just loop it, man. Just loop it. I'm gonna talk to chat. Flacco is a break glass in case of emergency. Hey, that's how they treat him worse than that, to be honest with you. The Giants will regret not drafting Shedeur. They got a whole nother bag of regrets. And to be honest with you, I think it's good that Shedeur, but like that's not a good place for Shedeur either. Not because I don't think Shedeur can do it. I just don't trust the Giants in the same way I don't trust the Browns. You feel me? 1 second. Hard to trust the Giants these days. You feel me? These days. All right. So what we're looking for, I'm looking on Twitter right now. I'm trying to find some Browns training camp. Which what we want to look for is the fan stuff, because if we find the fan stuff, that's the real deal ish. You feel me? Yeah, and shout out to Jordan Hicks, man. That's crazy. Shout out to my my Longhorns, man. Oh, here we go. I think we got a. Hey, yeah, we do. We finally got another clip here. This is Joe Flizzity doing what Joe Flizzity does best. Sling the rock. Hey, yo, what's up? Sorry, I'm not saying hey. There's a person named Hey in the chat. You feel me? Hey, why do I have so many things open? I have so many things open. Hey, there's nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna change what you've done. All right, I'm still looking for training camp Browns. So that's the only. This and that other one. Those are the only real fan things I've seen. Sony says Giants lied big time on Shedeur during the interview. Oh yeah, we gonna keep bringing up that what the Giants did, because that's they better be happy about them picks that are being thrown. Tyree Harris says that's why nobody ain't want to draft him, because they were scared Deion would come take over the team. That's all. Hey, that's what Deion. Hey, Deion said that too. Deion seemed to agree now, so I don't think I ain't gonna call you no liar. Big Benny says y'all got to remember what Kevin S did to Baker Mayfield. Was Kevin Stefanski the head coach with the Baker Mayfield? I'm new. Admittedly, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm new to the intric. I'm not new to the Browns. Let me get that straightened out. I'm just new to like the years and how they line up and stuff like that. So you could be very much right. That's only 2020. Yeah. So, or 2021. So that's only 3-4 years ago. I don't trust none of them after that draft. That's who I swear I've played better coaching on Madden. I would not disagree. Specifically, the way that it looks right now does not look the hottest. So we don't have, as it seems right now, no new footage. Oh my God! I'm. You know what I am going to do? I'm gonna keep collecting everybody getting a. Oh, okay. This is just somebody. I thought they were at the. Somebody else is posting their jersey. I be seeing so many people post their jerseys, dog. Next up, live at Browns training camp. Here we go. I think we got some live footage.
Let's go throughout training camp, or throughout the day, I guess I should say. Your takeaway.
Well, one thing I'm appreciating.
All right, here's some live reactions. Oh, Dylan Gabriel. Okay.
When you have an undersized quarterback, if you will, is his vision. I've been watching him, and he seems like he has no problem diagnosing and seeing receivers and tight ends and running backs or whatnot. It's just basically the defense has been dominant. So my main underlining issue is that the defense is ruining practice. They can't get any work done because the defense is flat.
Hey, ass, how do I feel about Jalen Milroe and Cam Ward? I actually just made a Cam Ward video today. And I'm very high on Cam Ward. I think he's going to work through a lot of kinks, but you have to be able to understand that at the end of the day, he's a rookie, right? He's a rookie that's going to be asked to change a lot. And the last rookie that was asked to do a lot in Will Levis, not only was he not ready for the pressure, he was also put under a lot of pressure. I think Cam is going to be able to do it, but only time will tell when everything kind of pans out. And then Jalen Milroe, I think Jalen Milroe is probably, you go to the NFL level, one of my favorite prospects from this last draft, just because there's so much fun there, right? And from a prospect, right? I'm not saying Jalen Milroe is even going to start. I'm not saying he's going to be the next anybody else. All I can tell you though is I think Jalen Milroe is going to be very fun and exciting weapon if used correctly. So. And Milroe is definitely getting better every day. It does not feel like this team is trying to win a game, stalling for the quarterback of the future. Stubbles 12. A lot of people have said that the Browns are focused on 2026. Powerful says, what is the biggest fear for a white man? That would be a confident black man. Hey man, say man, don't play man. Just a girl says my jersey just came in. Now, I want to get the white jersey. Actually, that jersey that dude had, that's the one I'm looking at right now. I couldn't get it ordered in time, but I'm a Seahawks dad. A Seahawks dad. Okay. Like a dad of someone who plays for the Seahawks or a dad who reps the Seahawks. I mean, either way, shout out. Tyree Harris says Shedeur Sanders will rise about the naysayers and will be a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. I think it's possible. El Nino says I don't think he's going to do it at the Browns because just the Browns being bad. El Nino says it was widespread hate for Shedeur in the P and W. Maybe I'm not sure what you mean by that. DE says the NFL is sending a message to black people through Shedeur. Above is what you meant. My fault. I'm getting biracial. Oh wow, I'm getting biracial. I don't know what that means, big dog. But let's listen back in. They're reacting live, and again, I'm gonna find some more clips for you guys.
Fast. I look at that. I also look at someone we didn't see a lot of him in the plays so far, but the fact that he's out on the field, Carson Schlesinger.
Carson Schlesinger,
49 out there.
The
I
rookie.
think he's gonna be a fan favorite.
Oh,
I really do.
And as if you don't know, everyone should know by now. Hicks.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Jordan Hicks announced his retirement today and really kind of caught everybody by surprise. He was penciled in to be a starting linebacker right there with Schlesinger or whoever.
That's crazy. They lost their you have to understand the Browns. They lost Jock, who was probably one of the most dynamic defenders at the linebacker position, and then on top of that, you then lose who's supposed to be your green dot, your signal caller on the defensive side, right? So they are in a tough position. Like, I don't want Shedeur starting on this team. I gotta be honest. If you're a Shedeur fan, you don't want that to happen.
How refreshing it is that I know we talked quarterbacks, but I was happy to see some other stuff. I was happy to see Mason Graham and what he was doing, and to look at the DBs and the receivers doing their thing. Jerry Jeudy routing guys.
J15 ain't it?
Stimulus.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Shedeur footage.
One of the things that
Finally, we got some Shedeur footage. How do we feel? And I think it's to our guy Luke. We're in the red zone, so we're gonna get this live as it happens.
Let's go.
Obviously, shout out to the man in the myth, who's also the legend. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and download this right now. I'm gonna download it, and I'll put it over here so y'all can take a look at it. Here's Shedeur over here, first completion, or that at least that we've seen. And look smooth. We're gonna take our time because obviously we're getting these clips very slow. So I'm gonna break this clip down because we ain't got nothing else to do because these clips is coming out a little slower than I thought. I thought by the time, because I recorded a video before this basically, I thought by the time I got to this, like it would have been, you know what I'm saying? It would have been too many clips out. I thought I would have to be playing catch up. Oh, I'm sorry. I took the clip down. I'm sorry. What am I doing? This is poor. This is poor. Shadeur Sanders with a completion to Luke Floria on the field with Dylan Gabriel in the red zone. So they're doing the split field thing where the rookies are on one field and what's it called? The rookies are on one field and then obviously the vets are on the other field, which is interesting. If I do say so myself. Bow. All right, cool. Got that set up. Got this set up. We are looking good. So this is the first footage we have. I'm going to double check. See, do we have any more footage before we break this piece of footage down? And I'm going to talk to the chat here for a second too. Ask y'all what's happening. Oh, wow. A lot of people got some strong opinions about this, man. A lot of people got some strong opinions. I'm happy they do. I'm happy that there are strong opinions, believe it or not, because I think that's what's that's sometimes what's needed, you know what I mean? But going back to the chat then after that, we're going to break down this clip for no apparent reason. Nick says Shedeur will make a statement when the Browns are inevitably forced to play him, and I think preseason is going to have to be a perfect time for him to be played. Tyree Harris says Dion would have to, what's it called? What did you say? Would have had to join the alumni for Shedeur to get drafted where he was supposed to be. Dion is a child of God. He ain't with the mess, so... El Nino says they try to say he didn't play any competition in college, but it's wild. Hey, that's a whole nother conversation. We'll get to that. We're gonna break this clip down, but I don't like that argument because I can say the same thing about Cam Ward. I can say the same thing in a certain instance about Jackson Dart. What's it called? Nick said running up. Big Benji said if Justin Fields' injury wasn't just a dislocated toe, I would have said they trade Kenny Pickett or Jordan New York. Now, I was about to make a video about not only Joe Flacco to the Jets, and luckily Justin Fields all right. I don't want him to be bad, so he's already out there practicing again. But the Titans just lost a quarterback and Will Levis for the season, so that could be a thing, right? And they're looking specifically for a backup. How crazy would it be if Shedeur and Cam? That would be crazy. If they're on the same team. There we go. Tyree Harris says if Dion would have joined the Illuminati, Shedeur would have been drafted in the first round, period. I mean, how am I supposed to argue against that? You know what I'm saying? How am I supposed to argue against that one? El Nino says, funny how he got drafted 20 minutes after President made a tweet. This might be the best position for Shedeur. Let the others crash out. Let him get a feel for it. Chris M says Shedeur will not be broke. Of course not. They had him passing to managers. SMH, I don't mind him earning his way, but I hate liars. Chris M, I do have to say that. I'm going to speak to that because we're going to make separate videos because right now we're in training camp mode. Things are just... Yes, Chris, you're right. Stefanski did, in fact, lie. But right now, I'm just training camp. I want to make sure we focus on the foosball as much as we can. So right now, boom, let's do it. But when we have that break day, we gonna get in on Kevin Stefanski because he is, with all this media, and this is why these coaches be afraid of the media that Shedeur brings. In reality, is because they don't want a bunch of people to see how dumb they are. They don't want a bunch of people to see how they operate their team like an awful Madden fantasy. Like, oh, let's just grab another quarterback. I know in the 5th round I don't know. Now that we're down another 2 linebackers, and I'm not saying they foresaw, losing a linebacker, but imagine if you picked up, an extra defensive player in general. Imagine if you picked up something that you needed. If you had faith in Dylan Gabriel and you're already trying it with these other 2 quarterbacks, then why even try it with Shedeur? If you don't want to do it. And again, y'all came in, and I wouldn't be this way, to Chris M's point, if they didn't come out multiple times. Kevin Stefanski just said, he said 2 things. He said he wants to make a decision on what it is, but at the same time, they're not looking to get rid of any quarterbacks. Andrew Berry has said, I don't want to get rid of any quarterbacks. And the Browns are notorious for not drafting not doing or releasing or even dealing their draft picks. So that's a big thing for them too. So in my head, it's like, why? This is why they don't. And maybe because Dion coaching, I know y'all said that in the I'm not even saying y'all are wrong, but I really do think that the more that this plays out, you don't even give him reps. Well, then why? Why in the OTAs, and we're gonna pull that up too. If y'all remember, he specifically said, "Hey, we're building the OTAs out so everybody can get equal reps." How does that go away in the training camp? How is it that you're prioritizing that in OTAs, but we get to training camp and you can't find a way? I don't know. I think it just makes you seem confused. It makes you seem like you're just throwing darts at the wall because on top of that, you hear about, oh yeah, and by the way, the Browns are just looking forward to 2026 anyway. to Arch Manning, who most likely, as a Texas fan, most likely not going to be available in 2026 draft. So have fun with Drew Aller. Have fun with Connor Wegman. Oh, my God, Connor Wegman. Oh, my God, they're going to... The Browns are going to draft Connor Wegman. Oh, pin it right now. This is going to happen. Connor Wegman is going to have a Jackson Dart level rise. Shout out to Houston. But that's what's going to happen. Okay, so let me read a little bit of these comments, and then we're gonna break down the one clip we have so far because they won't give Shedeur any reps. So Brother Faces told everything on the draft day. Hey, TR, come on now. Tyree says nobody was happy when they drafted Shedeur. That's real. Kevin's Leaf says political, but members Jimmy Haslam's gonna have a say. Yeah, that is how it is. Nick says Kenny is going to struggle. Kenny has already struggled, and that's another thing. Kenny Pickett said, Never mind. We're not gonna go there. We're gonna save that. I was happy when they took Shedeur. I watched him play, and I watched Gabriel. Shedeur is the better quarterback, period. And a lot of people have that opinion, right? And I think it's dumb that when people say that, they just kind of, I feel like people just kind of say that and like they can easily dismiss it, but it's like, no, there's multiple people. There's scouts saying it. Like, this isn't just we like Shedeur. Like, there are a lot of people who just prefer him from a quarterback standpoint. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Kenny Pickett has to go. He's terrible. He's been in the league for about 5 years and done nothing significant. How is he the savior? Lamawa. Kevin knows this by the end of the road for him. Powerful says, I don't want Shedeur to start because they want him to fail. That is again why I don't want Shedeur to start. Not only do I think it's not even that I think that the Browns want him to fail. I think that the Browns are just allergic to success. I think they don't know how to be successful. I really truly think that's the case. Chris M says Drew Aller stinks. He looked almost as bad in his playoff game as Gabriel looked losing to Ohio State. It clearly doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? How good they look. That's why I'm telling you, Connor Wegman is gonna sneak in there. Stubble says there's a disconnect between the owner and GM. Haslam wants to win now, which is why he made the Shedeur pick. Barry thinks he's safe and will get 2 or 3 more years to turn it around. Barry needs to go. Shedeur with Xavier Weaver and Marvin Harrison and draft Omarion Miller next year. And when Shedeur starts balling, Barry better get no credit. I want to because Tyree Harris makes a really good point about Shedeur and Xavier Weaver. Now, this is what I want to point out because I've heard this rumbling and I've been thinking about, like, you know, if he does get traded, because we're gonna break down this clip real quick. But I want you to think about something. Like he said, Xavier Weaver, right? More importantly, it's a new regime for the Cardinals, right? We all know that Kyler Murray has got Call of Duty problems. He's got a whole, it's a whole thing. So who's to say that? I don't know. Maybe the Arizona Cardinals want to go in a different, you know what I'm saying? A perfect timing direction change. You feel me? What if that's what they want to get to? You get not Kyrie Irving. You deal Kyler Murray to somebody. You have extra picks. You walk up to the Browns, who clearly just wants to hoard picks and do nothing with them so they can make weird trades on the same day. You trick them into a few more second-round picks and say, hey, we really want Shedeur. You take him. Maybe you get something else. You throw a linebacker in there with it, right? And now you got Shadeur Sanders on this cheap 5th-round pick. You get Kyler Murray's big boy contract off. But, again, this ain't the NBA, so them 3-team trades, it ain't the same, right? You're going to have to deal Kyler Murray. But what I'm trying to say is they are looking – it would make sense for the Arizona Cardinals to be looking for a new quarterback when you talk about the new regime. And some of the things that have been said about how likable Kyler Murray is. That's how we'll say it. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so Drew Aller should have been a starter. Allard shouldn't even be a starter in college. Hey man. Barry needs to go. Shedeur with Xavier Worthy, blah, blah, blah. And when Shedeur starts, Mary Kay got a new post. Mary Kay does have a new post. Is it we just watched Mary Kay actually say something positive about Shedeur, which was quite surprising, to say the least for me. I didn't think that. I didn't think she had that in her. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's break down this clip really quick, because I think there might be some more clips. We'll just collect clips until it's possible. Oh, the Cowboys. The Cowboys. That's no. I don't think you talk about I think Jerry Jones, and I actually we're gonna talk about the Cowboys today a little bit. At least at the end of this live stream, because they're wilding, of course, and I don't know how you don't pay Micah Parsons. I don't even understand how that's a debate or a conversation. Yeah, they're actually, Adam, they're practicing right now. So this is where we get this clip from. So let's break this down really quick. I'm gonna see if there's some more clips that we can grab to and snap together. So here we have Shedeur. This is the only thing that we have so far. Now, there were some major snap issues yesterday. I'm not sure if y'all saw in the clips, but there were some low snaps. There were some snaps that just kind of got, a little lost in the weeds or whatnot. Shedeur did a decent job at kind of corralling some of them. But at the end of the day, if you're already dealing with bad center play, it's not great. So everybody wants to talk about him playing with 2s and 3s, but clearly the negative is that it's 2s and 3s at the center position, right? Sets his feet, points his toes, throws out a rope. Now, he has a bit of space, so I would like to see, right? We talk about, we just talked about Cam Ward, right? And the thing we talked about is his mindset is about how do I make each pass, not just, hey, we completed it, but how do I make it really good? This is not bad, but my only issue is that he's reaching back for this pass. And this is a long throw, right? These out-breaking flat, right? These are long, so sometimes it's very common for them to be right here. But I would love to get that out more towards his front shoulder, so he doesn't have to strain as much. He's got a lot more space here on the sideline, so that just goes to those intricacies of the league, right? What do we want to do when? Oh, you can't even see because my head's in the way. My fault. My head's in the way. Bow. So as you can see, that just goes to the intricacies. Oh, TRA, good night, man. Hey, anybody working that night shift? I hope you're doing great, man. I appreciate you stopping by. But as you see, he gets the ball out, and I'm liking this. Man, I wish I could see his full base, but coach is in the way. I think as always, the lower half is good with the transfer is very smooth. Again, I've been saying his toe's been having some problems. I haven't been liking where his toe's been pointed, right? This toe is pointed upfield here, and it's probably what leads to him having still great velocity, great everything. This is a very catchable, easy to corral throw. So the good thing about this being a little bit behind is the fact that, hey, this is a ball that you want to catch. He's able to take a peek and then, again, make a space, make a move too. And I also really want to see pre-snap, right? Pre-snap was been a big focus of contention. It seems that at pre-snap, if we can see, Shedeur's looking, he's looking. So not much change has been happening, right? So we don't get to see a lot pre-snap there, right? We don't need to see a lot pre-snap there. But what I do want to see is I want to watch his head, right? We got on to Kenny Pickett and Jackson Dart about, hey, you're being predictable with your head movement, right? We're not even trying to read anything. Here we see Shedeur looking seemingly at 31, and then he goes from 31, and then instantly you can see where his head shifts, right? So you talk about, and I don't think there's I can't see because of him, any flat defenders that could get out here. But the fact that I think he's the flat, God, he's playing against, look at this. So that's the flat defender who goes out there in the flat. Shedeur looks up here. He doesn't like what he sees with 3-1 trying to get loose or 81 trying to get loose. So he immediately, and that's one thing I love about him is that, and at least what I've been able to see is that he's immediately making this decision. And that's probably why that his foot was pointed a little more upfield instead of a little more out. It's because he wasn't even looking at this. He just knew that he had him out the backfield, right? So what he did was he's looking for his this. I'm not sure what 31 is running here. Again, I can't really see, but he's looking for this. And once he doesn't have it, just get rid of it. Let's not try to hold. Let's not whatever. So again, for somebody who was claimed to be a holder of the ball in college, it's a great rep there to in the small. You tripping, in my opinion, dog. I can't even pronounce your name, dog. But go ahead. What's it called? Never know. Okay, all 32 teams don't sign Shedeur is a gimme. He won't be worth much. I don't know. Jerry Jones might be one. I'm not saying that he can't, but what I'm saying is that what's it called? Not Melton. What's his name? They got loaded. The Cowboys have a loaded quarterback room. What's it called? They got a loaded one. Shedeur playing against 2s and 3s is still trying to complete passes to 2s and 3s. If he can complete passes to substandard receivers, hey man, and if he can complete passes with 2s and 3s blocking for him, just saying, man. Skirt says, wow, look, he's throwing a first read 2 yards out pattern. Who would have guessed? Well, that's first off, if y'all gonna be, smart. Can I say smart A? Can I say smart A's? If you're gonna be smart A's, I would appreciate you to be smart. Like at least get the route right. You know what I'm saying? It's not an out route. That's a flat. That's a flat. Gabriel can't play with a trash O-line and still succeed by himself. Shedeur can. Hey now. Hey man, say man. And I really don't like that whole argument of, oh my God, you're saying that he's doing basic quarterback stuff. Well, y'all acted like he couldn't do basic quarterback stuff. So I'm just proving. Y'all act like he can't, you know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing. All right, but regardless, let's see if we have any more clips here. Jake Muzzle, Jake Bitty. Gold on me like a Cat Slater. Yo, that song is stuck in my head. That Cat Slater joint. Gold on me like I'm Cat Slater. Crazy. You Brits be going crazy from time to time. Fifth round, which means he's not worth much. And Jerry Jones loves stuff like that. First round talent drafted in the 5th round, released because of folks scared Dion will come take their job. Now, here's what I'll say, Tyree. I'm not saying it's impossible. First off, you yelling at me. Let's calm it down, big dog. But what I'm saying is Jerry Jones is in like a win yesterday mentality. So he either has to get shopped something. Like this is what I'm saying. Yes, Shedeur is low value, but Milton or whatever, Milton, that's what it is. Milton, his value is rising. And of course, Dak's got that insane contract too. So it's not just about, I'm sure he would want to have Shedeur, but that contract he gave Dak, and now you have a Micah Parsons contract conversation. It's some sticky stuff. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's impossible. Gary had the 4th best line in college. Shedeur had one of the worst O-lines. They don't talk about that, man. It's always a treat to see people ish on him after he sacrificed so much. Oh, a trip. Yeah, and I'm big on that. I'm big on making sure that you point out, look, hey, man, this is an HBCU player. Oh, the practice is over. So it's over. Is that the only clip we got? Is the only clip we got? Oh man. I think the only clips we got were Shedeur throwing that little flat route. Sean Roberts. Yo. So I think is that the only clip we have of Shedeur today? There's no way with the fans, and what might happen, to be honest with you guys, what might really happen is we might get some like late clips start coming in because it's gonna be oh wow. What the heck? Oh, I'm sorry. It might be oh. Hey, we got some more Shadeur Sanders. Here we go. All right, let's put this card together, man. Let's put this card together, dog. We're gonna put this little card together. We officially have a few more clips of Shedeur throwing, and there's some nice balls. And we're not gonna make the video until we get the official little thing. You know what I'm saying? It'll make more sense when we get there. It'll make more sense. They report he's running with the second team. Is that the same video or a different video? Oh no, okay, that's okay, cool. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got another clip of Shedeur. And this is actually a bit of a dot. This is, I can gush over this for a while. Y'all ain't seen glazing yet. Y'all got a layer throw over the middle there. That's nice. That's clean. Y'all know what Sanders do. So we're about to actually record this. What's up, Green Tea News or Grape Tea News? Appreciate you. I said Green Tea News. I only said that because I want a green tea. I'm sorry, grape tea. What they talking about, Sean? I don't know. Stubble says, have we seen much from Donner Jones yet? Very curious how he looks after dropping all that weight. Oh, okay. We can check that out too. Filmmaking on a budget with Marcus D. Brady was drafted in the 6th round. Don't say, well, he's not Brady. Clearly, no one's Brady. I'm not even gonna say he's not Brady. What I will say is that the one thing, because I make the comparison like, hey, stop trying to rush these quarterbacks because I think you just get so much value. You talk about Brady, you talk about Patrick Mahomes, you talk about these guys who were able to sit behind people. The thing that Tom Brady also got to do is he got to sit behind someone who's a dude. Drew Bledsoe wasn't just some guy. Like I know we want to think about that because we're very focused on what's it called? I think we're just super focused on how I put this. I think we're just so focused on the transition to Tom Brady that we forget what Drew Bledsoe really was. And similar to Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes coming to take over, they were players that were playing great football like that. There was a reason why, the players were behind them. And Patrick Mahomes in a different case, right? So I say that to say that I would love to see Shedeur go behind somebody who knows what they're doing. I don't know. Besides Joe Flacco, there's not a wider range of people who know what they're doing at the Browns. It seems right now. So that's the only thing that I'm kind of hesitant about. Browns fans and organization is trash. They need to let him go. That's what Mars says. Tyree Harris says the Browns screwed Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel screwed Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield, they did screw Baker Mayfield. And now Shedeur, that's very possible. Mars says he will not get a fair chance. That's what a lot of people are saying. Look up Goose CU. He has a better view. Oh no, Goose has the same video. I know Goose reposted the video. I don't think he's at the training camp. Now shout out to Goose though. He films some of the workouts. Like he's super dope. Unless he has a video I didn't see. I'll check, but I'll still check it out though, dog, because he does have. Goose typically has really good stuff. Wait, what? Gee, yeah. There we go. Let's see what Goose got. See what Goose got, man. But he did post better clips though. Okay, cool. Okay, and we got more. Shout out to you though. Whoever recommended Goose. Shout out to you because he does have. This isn't his clip, but he is finding the better clips. And this is what I was waiting on. I was waiting on these clips to come out. And that's all he has. Oh, what is going on? Whoa. My thing messed up. What's going on? Stacy. What's going on, Stacy? Yeah, say these kids don't know what's going on, Stacy. These kids don't know what's going on. Okay, cool. My thing was broken. Okay, so boom, we got another shot here. And we're gonna throw this in here. Download this real quick. And then we're going to grab a few more videos, and then we're going to record the video. And then after we do that, we're going to get a biter. So, boom, another video here from Goose. Shout out to the chatter who said, find this one. I think, steps up. Oh, yeah, so, okay, so it's that same video with a different view. And, again, we're going to gush about this for a while. Right, Stacy, he was my favorite quarterback when I was younger. Hey, talk to him now. Talk to him, niece. Bridget Maxey says, Shedeur performed well on the field and at the pressure today. Go Neff. Glad to catch it live again. Of course, Stacy. Again, we don't go live often, but I had to go live because today was the first day that both fans and everything was open, so I think it's dope. Who is? Okay. Boom like that. Boom like that. Yeah, man. Put this together real quick, like. All right, so I don't think, because again, he didn't get very many reps, so I'm assuming we got the best of it. This is kind of good news. Well, it's not really good news for anybody, but you know, you have an injured Browns player who who caught this pass. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Caught this pass at the back of the end zone, but he went ahead and limped off. Each session ended with a 4th and medium play, but neither rookie completed their attempt. Okay. See, and this goes back to the whole J.J. Watt thing, or with this Daniel tweet, where like it gets to a point where like they're doing 4th and mediums. If you see right here, 4th and mediums or whatnot. So it's not always apples to apples. Hey, is that Shedeur getting extra work in too? Hold up, let me find out. Let me find out Shedeur's staying back to get extra work. It says all the Browns position groups are staying on the field to get extra work. You're looking for a man with one line. Yep, there he is. Shadeur Sanders staying extra to get that extra work. Like to see it. You like to see it. We got some dope stuff. We have some we have some dope things to talk about in this particular video. So we're gonna break down some of that. We're gonna talk about the whole sabotagery. And then we're gonna go from there. Wow. I know it's going to look like that. All right, cool. Drew Bledsoe led the Patriots to Super Bowl appearance versus Favre. The Packers, the pants were trash and Bledsoe. Hey, y'all. Hey, that's why I love my chat. My chat is full of ball knowers, dog. Real deal ball knowers. The people who really be knowing what's happening. You feel me? Stadium status. Ooh, Denzel Ward against Jerry Jeudy. Okay. All right. So boom, we got a few more small pieces here. We're about to just hop right into it. I'm about to just record the Shedeur video. After this, I'll let y'all pick. I was thinking about doing a Cowboys video, but again, I will let y'all pick. So boom. All right, I'm about to hop in and start recording here, and then we will go from there. The Browns aren't giving Shedeur Sanders a fair shot. That's been clear and obvious. But now the fans are there at training camp, and they have nothing but support to show for Shedeur Sanders. You got people out there in the jerseys. They're saying his name. They're saying they want Shedeur Sanders to start. And now you have another day of not no reps, but a weird delegation of reps, right? You have Mr. Daniel on X who's going to let us know that Flacco with the ones, Pickett went with the twos, then Flacco with the ones, Pickett with the twos again, Gabriel with the ones, and then finally Sanders with the threes. Now, we are still awaiting on our quarterback tracker to get the official numbers coming out, but when we have that, we're going to smack you with it right on the screen. But from all in all, it seems like Shedeur did something that he continues to do, and while people want to, say he can or can't or do this and that, all I see him is really being able to outplay what he's able to do. He was asked in the media about the starting position. He answered that with grace. He answered that with humility. He is taking over the Browns training camp right now, and that's by making the most of every opportunity he has, even though it's limited. And then on top of that, the elite answers to media. So let's hop right into it with some foosball, because you already saw this, man. Look at, the people are supporting Sanders. Y'all know what's going there. I showed you how kind of things were going, where things, and we're going to get deeper into that at the end part of the video. But the foosball, right? Here's the first one. Again, he didn't have a lot of reps, so there weren't even a lot of clips to look through. This one was super simple here, right? My favorite thing I want to see, right? And I was doing this live when I was first looking at these clips, and somebody said, "Oh my God, it's such a big deal that he threw a flat route." But we watched Kenny Pickett yesterday. We know what we saw Kenny Pickett. We saw Kenny Pickett head stare right at a tight end, and his head did not move from staring at that tight end, and he still threw to the tight end. For the love of God, thank the Lord that Shedeur Sanders knows how to switch targets and get through some progressions, because apparently Kenny Pickett, the fifth-year vet, how long has he been in the league, does not know how to do this simple process. So, I thought that was interesting to point out. Simple, smooth little, not out, but a little flag and or not flag, but flat route, flag or flat, depending on, flag is it's a little different. No, it doesn't matter. And then you have the bread and butter of Shedeur Sanders, where he's going to go ahead and step up in the pocket and layer this above defenders. Now, again, we've seen Shedeur, and I might have to watch this on X, because this thing looks like a potato. But we do have another angle here too. Like, I talked about, hey, why does Kevin Stefanski, why would they even want Shedeur, right? Because specifically, now that you're not even giving him, what's it called? You're not even giving him, oh my God, did you see the way that thing stuck to his hand, boy? Hey, man, y'all got a lot, y'all be trying to have a lot to say, but when that thing hit that boy's palms like that, right? It's pretty nice, right? So this is what, Shedeur does best. This is the reason why Kevin Stefanski wants him. This is the reason why Kevin Stefanski also likes Dylan Gabriel, right? These are two quarterbacks who know and are not afraid to attack the middle part of the field, right? In the NFL, you got to be able to do both, right? You have to be able to both attack the middle of the field and obviously attack those numbers and make sure that you can get the ball into space of some really elite defenders. But I think all in all, when you're looking at this, you're seeing him take advantage to the best of his ability. And we see him drift a little bit here, quote unquote, right? But the funny thing is, he goes from that to immediately stepping up, right? So I do want it to be said that it's okay to drift in the pocket whenever you're getting this much internal pressure, right? That's the response to that, right? What you don't want to do is drift whenever these edges are coming in at you. But as you can see, I think that his process of pocket and understanding what it is, right? Let's walk this through, right? 1, 2, 3. Here he is at the top of his drop. So where is he looking at the top of his drop first? He's looking out here, right? He's got some routes forming this way. So not only did he have to get to this is the backside. We're gonna watch what route this is. What kind of route is this? Is it an over route or is it a dig? I think this is a dig. Yeah. Okay. So this is the backside dig. Now, ask Jimmy Horn about them backside digs. Ask Travis Hunter about them backside digs. I personally thought that this was one of Shedeur Sanders' better routes to get to, because I think when given the time, he has the touch to go ahead and just lull you asleep with his head movement, right? He's here, drifting, right? And then what I don't want us to do is go back. So interestingly enough, he doesn't go straight back. He's finding himself, right? He's going left, he's going right, and then as soon as he can, because he has this internal pressure, what does he actually do? He actually steps up. So I'm happy about that. He's already in shotgun, so he's pretty deep. He gets 1, 2, 3. He steps at the stop. He doesn't go straight back. He has internal pressure, so he has to create himself more space. His edges are still clean, so he's good to keep stepping back. Those edges are clean. As soon as that pocket forms, hey, let me step up. And what he does, I think even better than throwing the backside dig and better than throwing over somebody's noggin, is throwing in pressure and throwing when the pocket is a little muddy. Go look at some of those touchdowns, and he was getting hammered on some of these throws. He had some nastiness in his face when he's making this pass, and this thing layers. Dog, that's a laser. Yo, that was a laser beam. Are y'all seeing that? He handed him that ball. That wasn't a big arcing. I want y'all to know he threw this back here. So we have to understand, because downs and distances, this play starts at the 30, right? This ball is gonna get to him at the 45, right? He's gonna step up and deliver. Yep, at the 45. So that ball is gonna get there at the 45. Not the longest throw in the world, right? But what I want to show you is like the levels, right? We talked about for a second. This is the tertiary level. At the third level, this is deep. This is a deep dig. This is behind everybody. Like everybody, you're not just behind these linebackers. He's a good 5 yards behind these linebackers in this, I guess, what you call second level defender. So he's deep in there, right? Pause. So not only is he deep in there, it's not an arcing throw. This isn't I gotta put it up there. This was, I need to put a rope. I need to put this with enough velocity that it stays where it can. I don't have a lot of time. I can't allow these backers to react. I can't allow somebody else, one of these other defenders, to react and break on this ball. So what am I going to do? I'm going to just weak arm, right? We've been telling you how much that velocity has been improved, but weak arm, right? Zoom. I mean, like that is a nice little 15-yard handoff. Well, I mean, not 15 because he's like 10 yards back. He's like 5-10 yards back. That's a cool little 20, 30-yard handoff. And again, this isn't the longest, deepest pass. It's the fact that look where he's throwing above. He's throwing a bunch of garbage and a bunch of trash over these defenders. And it's a really great sight to see the fact that he's able to get that connected. And again, he's making the most of it, right? He might not be able to get all the reps, but the fact that he's making the most of said reps has to be the most important thing. And then, because we're about to get into some of the interviews. We watched a little bit in another interview, but I'm gonna watch some of the core ones. Y'all remember who was staying after in OTAs? Well, it was Shedeur Sanders. Well, guess what? As some people were complaining, and we're about to listen to the interviews about Shedeur speaking about the interviews. Some people were complaining about not getting first team reps or this and that. But it seems that, and this is the full team by the way, all the Browns position groups are staying on the field afterwards. You can see Shedeur right here. The one sleeve gives it away. And there's not a lot of black quarterbacks as well that aren't named Deshaun Watson on the Browns. So there you go. So you're not only talking about somebody who's putting in the work on the field and being able to, again, show the things that Kenny Pickett does. Again, you can laugh at me and say, oh my God, you're over breaking down the fact that he's, he just looks at one read and he makes a single read. It's only a half field read. Well, Kenny Pickett couldn't do it. Kenny Pickett was surely Durley staring at that tight end just yesterday. I don't know if y'all remember. I'm sure y'all haven't forgotten. I'm sure y'all haven't. Do I have that ready? Do I have that? Nah, we ain't gonna do that. But I saw when Kenny Pickett stared at somebody and threw a pick. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a 15, 20-yard throw. It's just a whatever. We've seen Shedeur hit that backside dig all the time. Well, I mean, over some defenders. That's the bread and that's the butter and that's the NFL. So you only gonna give him 3 reps. But I'm sorry that he's maximizing. Oh wow, I got the training camp thing up. My fault that he's maximizing those 3 reps. And 1 second, I'm about to check to see, and here it is. Right on time, the quarterback tracker. So this is where you got to read it in wheat for 725. Yesterday, apparently on the quarterback tracker, Shedeur Sanders went a perfect 4 for 4. Again, he didn't get any first team reps, but you see here, Gabriel 4 for 8, Sanders 5 for 8, right? So, that's all I'm gonna say is all I'm gonna say when I say it, right? That's all I'm gonna say. Joe Flacco 4 for 11. So yesterday he didn't get a lot of reps. This time I guess he got a lot more reps. And then Mr. Pickett 2 for 6 in one of them Tutter things. The only man with a touchdown. And he gets apparently the least amount of reps. But again, there's context with everything. So again, we talked about this one, right? Joe Flacco started with the first team. So Sanders had 3 plays with the 2s and 3s. So this was the 11s, right? And then Browns finished the practice with a set of 11 on 11s, driving down the field. Flacco ran the 1s, Sanders ran the 2s, and Gabriel ran the 3s. Each session ended with a 4th and medium play, but neither rookie completed their attempt. So neither could complete the 4th and medium, which, 4th and medium is kind of crazy. But, neither of them could do it. But on top of that, Sanders ran with the 2s. So if I can reel you back in to this play right here where he's actually going against the 2s, because everybody wanted to make this point, he's only going against the 2s and 3s. He's only going against third team, right? Well, Dylan went against the 3s, and Sanders found a way to get a higher completion percentage than him, right? Is that not what we're seeing right now? That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at somebody who is able to do a lot more with seemingly a similar amount of access to to reps. And again, that's just what I'm looking at. I don't think that means he's QB1. I don't think that means really anything. I do think it's what we expected from him. I do think he's excelling and doing the things at an NFL level that I sat here and said, hey, he's going to be able to do that. And he's doing that, attacking the middle of the field, right? Being able to use his lower half at an exceptional rate. The fundamentals are absolutely through the roof. The top half, we've seen him work on the velocity, the whip of his top of his top half. I was about to say lower half, top half, right? He's getting more of that. He's more of a traditional thrower. So what can I do to have that placement? How can I show you that, hey, I'm not just a placement guy like that crazy throw he did in the first day of training camp. I can also put a dang a hole through a barnyard. I don't know. I don't have enough country slang. A frozen rope, son. The thing was fast and hard, and you know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. That was a little loud. But let's get we're gonna close out with a few PC interviews. Some of these interview clips we haven't actually listened to because I'm recording this while I'm live. So one that we already saw, how he responds to the first team reps. We're going to hear him speak about the big or expecting a big ovation from fans, and then Shadeur Sanders on competing for the starting job. So let's hear it.
All of us keep getting asked the same question, and none of us have the answer, so maybe you could give us the answer. Why aren't you getting any reps with the ones at any point?
I don't think that's not my place, to answer, to even be able to give the answer to that. I feel like it's not in my control. So I'm not even going to think about that or have that even in my thought process of why it is. Like, it's a lot of people that want to have the opportunity to be at this level, and I'm here, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity. So whenever that is, it is. But it doesn't make me feel down, or it doesn't make me feel left out or anything, because I know who I am as a person, I know who I am as an individual, and I know what I could bring to this team. So I can never feel less than, in any circumstance.
Next clip.
I'm definitely focused on getting completions when I get out there. So the external is cool. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for all y'all coming out here, being able to document everything, and doing what y'all got to do. But hey, when I get out there, I'm not thinking about it external. I'm thinking about more, in the organization, thinking about getting the play calls, executing my job, doing what I got to do.
Shedeur, you got time for a couple more.
And that was him asking about the fans. So again, Shadeur Sanders, the man who's supposed to be this big distraction, right? The dude who's supposed to be the problem, the issue, creating problems for the media. Apparently, that's his response. So is what it is there. And then here is Brown's Shedeur Sanders on him competing for the starting job.
I don't think nobody in this organization is here if they're not trying to win. Honestly, I think they're trying to win who gives out the best water and Gatorades out here. So it's definitely competition, everything in life. It's so many cameras out here. It's definitely a competition with content, obviously too. So I think everything in life boils down to competition.
Amen. Amen. That's one way to put it. And I don't think it would be fair if we didn't talk about the other rookie in the room. So let's hear what Mr. Gabriel has to say. And I don't think this is too long. This is, I think, too long. We're gonna end it with Dylan Gabriel, and then we're gonna watch some other clips of the camp.
Yeah, I think a rep is a rep in general, and we try as quarterbacks, knowing that there's not many reps to go around. Just as how practice goes, when you're behind the center and trying to take as much mental reps as you can. That's been to our benefit. Be able to get it that way. So, and then you talk about it in the film room as well. So there's a combination of ways to make it happen. But of course the physical is a little different.
It's great to hear, right? As much as, again, we are Shedeur, pro Shedeur, I'm pro Gabriel too. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's a guy that's been able to carry himself in a really good way. Now, do I think he's a better quarterback than Shedeur? Sadly, no. I think he does certain things better than Shedeur. I think there's certain aspects that, okay, yeah, he can do that, specifically the athletic wise, right? I think that's very important. And clearly the Browns and certain people have had a lot of positive things to say about what he's been able to do with his opportunity. So, but I think it's also good to just look at the other things that he has, his mindset as well, because he clearly carries himself in a pretty positive way as well. So let's see what the other quarterbacks have in store. You do have a bit of news. So just to update you, I don't know why this was slow-mo, but my man Fred does that big on Twitter. Just to update you with some news, you did lose, linebacker, former Texas Longhorn. You did lose him to retirement, and you're talking about a linebacker room in which you already lost an extremely dynamic player in Jock, an outside linebacker who you tend to play really everywhere. He could rush the pass, who could rush the passer, was really effective off ball as well. Somebody who was a Swiss Army knife, and not to mention, you lose both of those guys in a linebacker room. I know you brought in not Nick Schweringer, is that his name? Schweringer, I forgot his first name. You brought in Schweringer out of UCLA. And he's big, bad, and athletic, and I think he's going to be able to make a great impact. But he's a Sam, right, or a Will. He's not a Mike. You lose a play caller for your defense. That's tough. And in the training camp woes seem to continue for the Browns as you have Cedric Tillman, who was down at the back of the end zone, holding his calf. Trainers are stretching it. Maybe, if you like to say, it could have been some cramping, but clearly people are not starting to bite the dust necessarily, but definitely feeling the effects of training camp. But this, if you're a Browns fan, you got to be very happy about, right? You got your all-world defensive end Myles Garrett teaching up your newly drafted Mr. Graham here, because he's going to be working on the inside and maybe sometimes outside of Myles Garrett as well. Very, very dynamic, scary duo on that defensive line for the Browns. So what you're losing for in linebacker, hopefully you can make up in production on that defensive line. But for Shedeur, it's another day of him just maximizing his opportunities, right? Doesn't get a lot of opportunities, but not only does he do it by showing off, hey, in the media I can do it and I can take it to that level, but then clearly where it matters the most on the field, I can do it and I can take it to that level. It's been a great thing to see, and great that he continues to really maximize those opportunities, and I just can't wait to see what else he does with it. So that's what we got today. I think they're going to be I just had the what's it called? I just had the schedule up. So yeah, they're back tomorrow. So they're actually back tomorrow in the morning. So if I'm up early enough in the morning, man, we will go ahead and start getting our stream on in the morning, and then they're gonna take a break on Sunday, and then be back for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday break, and then Friday, Saturday break, Monday. So tomorrow 9:30, if you're there, be square. I'll go ahead and stream it again, see if we can get some more Shadeur Sanders clips, and then kind of take it from there. But that's all we got for this video, man. Continue to be great. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you like it. If there's any other training camp videos you want to see, already did my man Cam Ward, did LeJounte yesterday. Wanted to try to sneak in a Dallas Cowboys video, so y'all let me know down below. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't like it, subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, sizes, forms, and fashions. Continue to be great. Thank you so much. Peace. All right, chat. Deshaun Watson's rumored to be his backup. Giving Shedeur first team reps will only prove that he is better. They can't put that on tape. It will how they are not equally evaluated. Jamila, that's what Jamila says. Louis Chesney says Sander Claus sucks. What? I don't know what that means. Jam says thank you. Camzilla, dude, what are y'all talking about over here? Barry and Stefanski will be gone next year. Rumor is that Stefanski is going to get fired during camp and replaced with Dion, who's going to start Shedeur. I don't know about that because we saw that Dion was he was newly back in business. He was newly back in business at what's it called? What do you call it? What's it called? Colorado. Sorry, I'm being dumb. So he's newly back in business at Colorado. All right, guys, y'all want to we talked a lot of Shedeur. Do y'all want to talk a little bit about y'all want to talk a little bit about what you call them? The Dallas Cowboys is what you call them. Y'all want to talk about them Cowboys, man? Man. Had to check something out. Okay, cool. All right, bet. Keep on yapping, dog. Love the content. Appreciate you. Dart is throwing interceptions. Do we have... Oh, of course, champ. The small man in Cleveland. Oh, don't do that to my man DG, man. Don't do that to my man DG. Okay, so we got some people Jackson Dart. Well, let me see if there's a Jackson Dart update, because to be honest with you, I'm not sure if there's much of a Jackson Dart update. And I'm not gonna I want y'all to, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this like this, and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go like this. And we got some more Shadeur Sanders footage, by the way, too. So that's always good. Mr. Daniel hit us with some more footage. So I'm okay. Thanks, big dog. Appreciate it. Here is is that Myles Garrett? Is he working with Myles Garrett? Are you telling me? Whoa! I gotta wait! Whoa! Hold up! Wait a minute! Myles Garrett is helping Shedeur Sanders. So Kevin Stefanski's not helping Shedeur. Andrew Berry's not helping Shedeur. But Myles Garrett, the best player on the Browns, the most impactful player on the Browns, is out after practice helping a young center, and Shedeur Sanders put that work in. Look, the Browns media can spin it however they want to spin it. It's clearly people who that play with him want great things to happen with him. This is crazy. He's staying after. I see Myles Garrett helping with what are we talking about? Yo, I was just trying to put this on for y'all because I was looking for the next topic. Whoa, cool moving your head around like that. Wait, what? What you talking about my head? What you talking about my head for? Anyway, that's crazy. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna go over here on this screen, and I'm gonna put together a little Cowboys situation. Put together a little Cowboys situation. You know what I'm saying? But I think the best thing about today is that you can't really, it's hard to deny that Shedeur did what he did against, some real stuff. Against some real, people say it was third teams. Well, I mean, Dylan Shorty got third team as well. So they want him to play. No Diddy. Can we still say that? Whoa, this is major. Hey man, we not gonna bury it. We not gonna bury it. Okay, yeah, there's some more Cowboy stuff. Then I'm gonna throw together. First take ain't gonna talk about it, man. You know how first take get down, dog. First take ain't really gonna take the take. I'm running in and don't worry, I'm getting it. Okay, cool. All right, we don't need anything else. I'm gonna just do this one real quick. This one ain't gonna take too long. Man. All right, let's get right into it. First, I'm gonna read y'all comments, and then Miles is amazing. He's dope. You broke the story. Ramp it up. Hey, I'm gonna try to get it out there now. I'm gonna try to get it out there. I appreciate y'all saying that. But no, first off, I didn't break the story. It was Daniel Afosi. Again, please do not give me credit. That is Daniel. Hey now, is Myles Garrett sending a message? I will tell you yes. I want you to. That's why I pointed out that like it's Myles Garrett, because he's not gonna do that. Myles Garrett knows that everybody's watching his every move. You feel me? You feel me? Right? Like he's not dumb to that fact. He knows that him going to go help Shedeur is going to be looked at. He knows him going to go help Mason Graham. That's going to be, special and whatever. Obviously it makes more sense because they're going to be sharing the same position, right? But to help even if we're saying, oh well, he's just helping the lineman, he's helping a second string offensive lineman. Like is that what we're saying? Because it's not like he's going to get a bunch of help by him. Like in the real world of football, Myles Garrett is just giving a look of like, okay, he's shaded here, he's shaded there. Like it's grunt work, not to be demeaning, but that's what like the equipment manager should be doing that. Like that's what the equipment manager should be doing, is standing right here, stand up, okay, go right, go left, but obviously it's Myles Garrett, so he's also giving a little extra, hey, here's this, but then also this, right? But hey, also be looking for this. Hey, if I'm looking for flow, they're gonna give those small little veteran pieces that it's only gonna make things a lot more valuable. I'm over it, bro. 12 will get an opportunity one day. Can't force it. Yep, that's true. You better blast this out before everyone else jumps on it. No, it's not about blasting out before everybody jumps on it. It's about It's just about what's it called? Ensuring that the truth is told, I think. Somebody send the tape. Take the credit. Thanks for showing it to us. I appreciate. Hey, that's what I'll do. I'll take the aggregate. I found it, but it was Daniel Afosi. That's what he does the best. It will be picked up and featured everywhere. Oh no, yeah. That film you just showed us is the first team online Shedeur got in front of him. Oh, first team O-line. My fault. B33Z says, I do great work. I appreciate you for saying I do great work. Hey, 252 people in here. Let me say, I thank y'all so much. Y'all, I had 300 at one point. Y'all sitting here, listen to me yap. Again, I don't go live often, but the fact that every time I go live, I feel y'all's support. I feel y'all are there. Like that's super dope. So, teams Cleveland got all other teams fans jumping ship to kick. Hey man, everybody is a Shedeur fan, man. Everybody is a Shedeur fan, man. Fire. Okay, so let me. We're not gonna be here too much longer. I do got some work to do. Speaking of work, I do want to do this Cowboys video. I'm trying to mix it up on the channel. We talked about Cam Ward and his struggles, so I want to talk about the Cowboys and their infinite struggle, as just being the Cowboys, because you know how that goes down. Anybody opposed? I know Nisa already said she was dying. So, Stacy, so mean to Dylan. So mean to Dylan, Stacy. I'm not saying you're wrong, though. I'm not saying you're wrong. If she ain't got it, you ain't got it. You're not wrong, but you ain't got to say it like that. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man. He's done a lot of negative, but there is some positive he's done. All right, Dallas Cowboys, real quick. So if you're here for Shedeur, Y'all can peace out. I did drop a video, though, while y'all were watching this. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, go watch that now. Actually, I'm going to drop the link to it. Actually, that's all I'm going to do. Isn't that what the smart YouTubers do? Don't they be dropping links and stuff? I'm going to drop you the link so you know what I'm talking about. But if you're here for Shedeur content, I recommend go watch this video, specifically if you weren't here at the beginning, because, you know, if you were here at the beginning, it was just the beginning of the live stream. That's really all it was. That's all it was. No Cowboys. Stacy says no Cowboys. How we can't do the team that primetime, you know what I'm saying? How we not going to do the team that, you know, primetime did the big thing with, you know what I'm saying? So again, if you are looking for, well, I should probably go like this. Sorry. Let's make a new pin thing. Okay. Boom. Sorry, I got to unpin that other one because you got to at least know what I'm talking about. So again, all my people who are here for Shedeur, I know there's a lot of y'all. I know my audience. Y'all can, you know, go watch that video if you would like. I know Stacy's gonna dip out. I appreciate you, Stacy. She keeps it real. She's here for Shedeur, and I'm not mad at you. But we did plenty of Shedeur. You did a whole hour Shedeur, or just rewind this live stream because it's been all Shedeur nonstop. It's been like a radio channel. You know what I'm saying? 92.7 The Dog. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that. Girl, I want you to know. I want you to know. All right. Hey, Stacy, that's why you hate the Cowboys so much because don't worry, I'm not about to be nice to the Cowboys. I want you to know if you thought I was going to be nice to them, that's not what we're doing. We are as a Texans fan, I'm about to highlight the absolute silliness. Fire Stefanski, man. It's looking bad. If you want to fire Stefanski, you better watch that video because that's the one. That's the one. It'll show you what's up. So let's get after it, man. Let's do it. The Cowboys, infinitely and always a failure in everything they do for at least a long time. At least since Deion Sanders has been there, right? It's been a while since the Cowboys have been able to really hone in and follow through with the high expectations that they seemingly have for themselves every single year. So coming right out the gate in training camp, I thought it was a great time to check them out. It's been a few days for them. They got George Pickens storylines. You got Dak Prescott being Dak Prescott. That's always just a storyline. Jerry Jones, of course, he hates his players. So that's going to be also fun. So we're going to break it down in three different things. One is just going to be silliness of the Cowboys. Sorry, I was making Browns videos too. So we're going to just talk about what the Cowboys have been going through during training camp. And then after that, we have to talk about this Micah Parsons situation and the fact that one of the best players in the entire league is being treated as if he's like a second string running back or Le'Veon Bell. And then after that, we have to speak about the fake video because similarly to Shedeur, because I know a lot of y'all say, oh my God, you just use Shedeur for clicks. I think y'all might be a little new to news media because no, they use the Cowboys for clicks. And I'm going to prove to you by the leading sports reporters going ahead and using fake videos, not even fact checking their work. So let's start off with something smooth and clean and something that's just American like football is. And it's the fact that, that it was a little fiery in the huddle, and it went from that seemed to set the tone for them getting a little chippy on the sideline. And I gotta be honest with you, as much as I'm, as a Texans fan, I want this to be bad and be a big deal and XYZ. This is football, right? The sport is Hey, look at the kid. Hey, this kid is a trooper. He said, I don't care. There's a bunch of 6'4" behemoth superhumans in front of me. I need a high five. Can somebody hook me up with a high five, please? It's no big deal, yo. Now, I will say, I don't know what this is. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Dakota Rain Prescott. He ain't even going through the drills. There are quarterbacks going through the drills and he's acting like he's running through a rave. At least I guess he's feeling it. I guess all that matters is that he's feeling it. I don't know what that is. So this is all good. This is American football. I don't know what this is, Dak. Dak, you better not. You know, they had them posts where it's like somebody who looked like somebody else is like, you better not mess up. Dak. You better not put on a regular Dakota Rain Prescott showing. But let's get into some actual football. So I do want to point out that a bright spot for the Cowboys has been one of their rookies, Mr. Donovan Ezraku. And the only reason why I know about him is I believe he came from Boston College. Somebody please correct me. Actually, all right, I paused the recording because I'm about to fact check myself. What's his name? His name is Donovan Ezraku. He's from Yep, Boston College, number 44 pick. So he's a second round pick. Okay, cool. Yep, second round pick out of Boston College. He was one of the edges that I didn't really do a lot of film on. Just watching, who I always watch certain prospects, but I knew of him to be some of a guy that's going to be able to create a lot of value. He seemingly had a build and production for it to kind of make most sense. So that's good. That's been a bright spot. People have saying nothing but positive things about that second round draft. It literally says second round draft pick 44 right here. I'm dumb, but that doesn't matter. I fact check. I paused the whole video to fact check something that was on the screen. But another thing you have to be excited about if you are a Cowboys fan and of the Cowboys faithful is that CeeDee Lamb is doing CeeDee Lamb things. He's putting people down on the grind. And then on top of that, him and George Pickens seemingly have the coolest handshake in all of the nation because, he can't. Which I thought was one of the better first downs, but now the new best first down is the Texans. You hear me? That's that one right there. I love that. Yeah. Nico the Freako be doing it. He be going crazy. B33Z, thank you so much for subbing up while I'm yelling like a weirdo. Anyway, continuing on and continuing forward. What else do we have? Because there has been a lot of good things. So Cowboys defensive end, Marshawn Nealon drops back in the flat and picks off Dak Prescott. So, we talked about Cam Ward having a problem. It seems like he didn't even come on, man. Can we look before we throw? I know what he was doing. I know exactly. Hey, he was going through his reads, right? He gets to the top of his drop. And it's funny because we just showed Shedeur doing this, right? But the thing about when Shedeur did it, right, he was doing a half-field read, and he knew that when he goes to this, when he dips this off, he has an uncovered player. Not only do you not have an uncovered player, dog, this defensive lineman, he just thought the play was over. Oh, I'm about to just cover. He was like, oh, wait a minute, I can just pick this off. You threw it directly to him. What are we doing right here? But hey, it's training camp. Maybe they're just trying to get things kinked out. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? They're getting things going. Another not so positive thing, right? Nice pass there. George Pickens, we don't have pads on. So why does this ever happen? Why are we popping the ball out? And I'm not saying the defense, obviously they're doing what they're supposed to do, but you're telling me with no pads on, we can't protect the ball right now? I don't know, Cowboys fans. Y'all let me know. As somebody who watched George Pickens at Georgia, who's just an absolute, I know the kids call it a crash out. He is actually a real deal crash out. Like he will over anything lose his mind on the football field. I still like it though. I like the energy he brings. So I'm hoping that they can kind of shore this up. But man, as someone who grew up in Texas, I gotta be honest with you. I've heard that the Cowboys are going to be great. I've seen the great rosters. They always have great rosters on paper. It always looks so phenomenal. What's it called? But then, it just seems to not do it in the best way possible. And then, of course, you got this right here. Again, this is the first week of training camp, guys. So maybe, we don't stress out. I'm sure that this was just a wide receiver doing the wrong thing. Yeah, and the fact that was George Pickens, so I'm sure he was supposed to be stopping, but did not stop when he was supposed to be stopping. But somebody who apparently has been pretty impressive, Mr. Joe Milton. He had a much better day so far. Here he connects with Jonathan Minko, who makes a nice contested catch. So he actually has been he's been struggling with incompletions, but kind of similar to Shedeur, where he's kind of taking advantage of the times that he does get the reps, because he's making some great passes. He's doing backflips and all types of stuff. You don't know Joe Milton. He is the former Tennessee quarterback, right? Him and Anthony Richardson. To be honest, I want to say Josh Allen is the reason why they both got drafted, but Joe Milton is the reason why Anthony Richardson got drafted, because I think the idea is you get a more physically gifted Joe Milton who, you know, with all those physical traits, we can just turn into a better passer, hopefully, or at least a serviceable one. With Joe Milton, it's more about, look, you're fast enough. You've got the giant cannon arm, right? Can we get you consistent enough, right? That was just the bridge of the gap that you need to do. Anthony Richardson, is a lot more work seemingly that has to be done, but theoretically the what's it called, the athletic peak is on a whole nother level that you're going to want to be able to, you know, take advantage of. And then here is CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Like, this is a relationship now. So apparently they're getting nice and buddied up. You feel me? They're over there, you know, just getting some private work with the guys, with the coach, making it happen. You know, feeling nice, right? So that's what they got going on. Here's Joe Milton. Again, I really do. Joe Milton's going to do some phenomenal things. He can throw the bar 8 trillion yards. I don't know how that's not a touchdown. I'm sorry, son. You're about to get cracked right there, but I guess they're calling that a touchdown. That's all fine and dandy. Now, if we could talk about just the dumbest thing that the Cowboys and Cowboys owners have done or the Cowboy owner has done in a long time, and that's not paying Micah Parsons. And before I even get into speaking about this, again, Texans fan, I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, I am a Texans fan. So when I see the Cowboys making decisions that probably are going to make them a worse team overall, it does bring a smile to my face. However, I am a big fan of defensive freaks. I really like defensive stars, right? I think offensive stars, not, they are a dime a dozen, but I feel like there's just so many flavors, and not that I don't like them, but I think being a singular defensive player that can completely change an entire game is absurd. And Micah Parsons is one of those people. And let's just set aside, let's just pretend like he can't play every single position in the front seven. Let's just pretend that. Let's pretend that he wasn't coming out of Penn State as an off-ball linebacker. He was a top prospect, guys, as an off-ball linebacker that can blitz. He can, work on the inside. He can rush from the edge, right? And they just so happen to figure out that he's just the fucking best edge rusher, if not one of the better edge rushers in the league. He finished in top 10, top 7, if I'm not mistaken, in sacks last season. So like we're talking about someone who should be a no-brainer, right? I talk about Caleb Downs sometimes. I talk about a player who they're fixers, right? They make you right. Or sorry, I didn't come up with this. I think it was McCarrison, but it's something about being a fixer, and I really agreed with it, right? And I think that Micah Parsons does that, but doing that at the NFL level is a completely different ask and task than at the college level, right? Not to disrespect Caleb Downs. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player when he makes the league and still be able to have some of the range that he has. But Micah Parsons is blossoming into somebody who can apparently beat the best offensive tackles getting paid the most money, and then go back in coverage and get the people who are paying like the top 3 in money. Because you see with them Justin Jeffersons are getting paid. The fact that he's fine in coverage, he's fine. Not only that, but he's fine in space. That's a very, very important key, right? The reason he was an off-ball linebacker is because of how well he was as a tackler, and sure he was as a tackler, and that it might not come up as much as a defensive end and coming off the edge, but it does whenever you need to make a fourth down stop, right? When it's 3rd and 5 and somebody just got 3 yards and you need somebody to securely tackle to make this 4th and inches or whatever it is, and he's somebody that I trust anywhere in my 3-4 set or my 4-3 set. I want him at off-ball linebacker. He can play the 3 tech. I don't care. He can play the edge. So we're talking about somebody who is by definition generational, and somehow Jerry Jones finds it pretty reasonable to hold up the contract. So this is what a few pros have to say about it. Here is CD Lamb speaking on Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones. It says, playing the media game with Jerry is not the best. It's not fun. It's not recommended, but I mean, CD got paid, so it is what it is. Micah knows what what he brings to the table. He should get what he deserves. I'm not indulging in any other craziness that they got going on, but I do want Micah to get paid soon. And then Micah Parsons is not happy so much that he retweeted this. He says, anytime you can publicly take a dig at your star quarterback and your star pass rusher simultaneously right before the season begins, you got to take it. Nothing makes guys want to fight for you more than hearing how upset you are that they got hurt while fighting for you. And obviously, Jerry Jones made a bunch of wild statements such as these.
Just because we signed him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
So, and Stacy in my comment says, I'm going to remember that jab about my Cowboys when the Texans play. I'll let you know. What? Your Cowboys? First off, it's always on site for the Cowboys. I feel like as the Texans, we're the little brother of the Cowboys, but we be, you know what I'm saying? We be embarrassing y'all. We come on now. We gonna stuff Dak in the locker. Okay, don't do it with me, Stacy. It gets serious about these interstate wars. All right. You hear me? Anyway, not what we're here for. We're here to talk about and make fun of the Cowboys. Let me be serious. Cowboys defensive end Micah Parsons and cornerback Trevon Diggs gave then Prop 2 availability to give their own side of the front office comments yesterday. And obviously, Trevon Diggs is also looking for a contract, but his is a little different story. You have a historic career where didn't he break the record for most picks in a single season? Some call him an interception merchant. And then you come back to the next season, and you have that awful, I believe, ACL injury. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then again, Micah Parsons missing those 6 games. I think as businessmen, I get Jerry Jones trying to hold them to that, but at the end of the day, like, what are you going to do with this on paper roster if you can't even get them off the paper, if you can't even get them to line up? But let's see what they have to say.
Some teams with guys like Max, he was like, man, they knew I was coming up and they just want to take care of him. And I just say, must be nice, you know what I mean?
Is it hard to be patient to try to get a deal?
Oh, no, patience is a virtue. I think it's key to patience. I think life is all about patience, knowing when it's your turn, when it's your opportunity, and you maximize it.
You always helped him when he's doing the rehab. Are you helping him with the contract? Because you got yours a little early.
Yeah, of course. Telling him stay patient. It's coming. He's the best player in the NFL. Like, why wouldn't you pay him?
Sorry, I think Trevon Diggs does have a contract. My fault. I think he does. I'm wrong. Again, I'm no Cowboys expert, but I know that this motherfucker is unpaid. So I don't know how you unpay somebody this well. You know what I'm saying? But here's what he has to say.
Micah, how would you characterize how close you are to getting something done?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how long things take, That's it.
Are you discouraged by the fact that it's taken this long?
Honestly, yeah. When you go around the league and you see these other teams taking care of their best guys, I see TJ got taken care of. Max got taken care of. Miles got taken care of. And he got 2 years left on his deal. So it's hard to, you see a lot of people around the league getting taken care of. You just, wish you had something like, that same type of energy.
It's hard to not take it personally.
I wouldn't say it's hard not to take it personally when you know how there's a chain of events of something consistently happening over the course of years when you kind of see it before through other players and things. So you don't take it personally when you're like, all right, it's not like I'm getting treated differently than anyone else, So I don't take it personally. I just don't understand.
He just doesn't understand. And I gotta be honest with you, you have to feel sad if you're a Cowboys fan. Because it really does seem like, we can talk. Oh, Andrew Makuba siding. Sorry. Well, that's not Makuba. But, you have the conversation about, Micah Parsons and what he can bring. What's it called? And this video is a little long, so we're not going to get to Jadon Blue. And let me just end this, by the way, by just pointing out the fact that we're going to get right back to the Micah Parsons thing. But so we can end this. This is a clip from, I think, like 2 years ago. And, Ferg season said, hey, first play of the Cowboys, Dak Prescott bombed to George Pickens. ESPN posted it, right? They posted it, and it was so bad that Molly literally had to apologize for it. But this is a little old, so we're not going to go about it. But back to what I was saying about Micah Parsons, you really, if you're a Cowboys fan, have to feel bad when you hear that. No matter if you think he's just doing really good business, right, and just trying to keep everything in line the best way he sees fit, I think it's important to also see that he seemingly just wants to play. Like, he seemingly just wants to be a Cowboy at the end of the day. So you're not dealing with somebody who's seemingly trying to make things hard. I think he just wants the money to be paid by being one of the better players on your team. And he wants to be one of the best players on your team. But, Jerry Jones is he don't want that. He don't want that to happen. At least he doesn't want it to happen easily. So you let me know how you feel about the Cowboys. Do you want more Cowboys training camp updates? How do you feel about the Micah Parsons situation, Jerry Jones in general? I know the Cowboys suck. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, sizes, forms, and fashions. Don't forget to comment if there's any other type of content you want to see, any teams you want me to cover during training camp. Right now we got the Cowboys, we got the Cam Wards, the Titans, the Jags. Obviously we're going to check in on Jimmy Horn, LeJounte, everything else in between. Mr. Shedeur, don't know if you heard of him, but you continue to be great. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace. All right. No more Cowboys talk. I'm done. Chubby Grace, hit the like button. I appreciate you. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read my comments. And here's another thing, because I'm sure I'm going to have some more videos. Here's what happens. You record a video, and then, you record a video, and then a bunch of other stuff starts popping off. I hate when that happens. Man, I hate when that happens. What the flip-flops? So, I'm going to just end this. I'm going to read to y'all. Well, not read to y'all. I'm going to just read y'all's comments. Then we're going to get up out of here, man. We've been streaming for a good 2 hours and some change. So, got to get up out of here. All right, so last comments here. I'm going to scroll up a little bit, read through y'all's comments, and then we're going to close this little shindig out. I cannot thank y'all enough. 190 people here just chilling. There was 300 and something at one point. Thank y'all so much. So, finish off with our Cowboys video. Says, Stacy says, no, I watch it all, but I'm a Cowboy fan. Jerry Jones needs to drop. Hey, man, I didn't say it, man. That's what man. Amber said it too. Y'all, hey, man, it's getting crazy in there. I don't know what y'all did. B33Z said, found the channel for Shedeur, but now I'm a FB Tings fan. Also, I'm a Browns fan. Andrew Bordy. Thank you so much, B33Z. I read your comment that you subbed, so I appreciate you being a fan of Tings and also a fan of Shedeur. I'm a Shedeur fan. I'm a Texans fan. I'm a Texas fan. And I'm a Shedeur guy. I'm a Sanders guy. I grew up watching it. So happy that y'all found a reason to watch me. Jerry been taking shots at Dak lately. Please go get Shedeur. Yeah, I here's my thing about Jerry Jones, and this is the nasty thing, is like he knows because he's paid, he can use him to take shots. I think that's really the nastiness that's starting to happen. So I think that's interesting. What's it called? Diggs signed a 5-year extension this year. Yep, so my man knows. My man Steven Phillips corrected me. He signed a 5-year extension. I was like, okay, I might have been tripping there. But I got corrected. Stacy said thank you, and they're colluding with Amber. So I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta edit that other Shedeur video we just talked about. It's gonna be edited in the same style as usual. There is a brand new Shedeur video out right now, so make sure y'all go watch that right now, because I'm about to end this live stream. I cannot thank y'all enough for hanging out with me. If there's any types of videos y'all want to see, comment down below in this live chat. Comment down below. This is what I want you to do. If you comment, this is very important. If you come from that live stream, okay, I want you to comment simply 5 for 8. So 5 for 8. That's it. So I know that you came from the live stream, because I'm gonna find y'all in that comment. So go to this new video. It's right here. I guess we can open it too. How about I open it? I'm gonna open the video. We're gonna go right here to the new video. So here it is. And actually, we're gonna read some of the comments, because I'm sure there's already comments. Oh wow. So go ahead and comment, 5 for 8. 5 for 8 right here. So I know what's going on, and there will be another video. But go ahead and get to that video. I want to see comments right now. I want to see 5 for 8. Are y'all watching now? I'm not gonna end this live stream until I see a new comment. 5 for 8. That's what I want. Anybody going? It's 198 in y'all, and 198 of y'all. I just want to see 5 for 8. Then I'm gonna end it. I got places to be, man. I gotta end this video, dog. So y'all go check it out. If y'all want more live streams, y'all let me know. More down to do it. Oh, sorry. I'm so dumb. Tomorrow morning, we will be live. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is the next training camp session open to the media. I think we're going to do a similar thing that we did today, live, talk about some things. Deion Sanders post says 4 for 4. That was yesterday. So, video. I didn't see you dropped the C off your name. Oh yeah, D Motley. What's up? D Motley goes way back. Yeah, man. I had to switch it up to FB things, not just CFB things, because we talk a lot of football, so we had to mix it up. But RN Sir, yes, Deion Sanders did say 4 for 4. But he did, that was for what's it called? That was for yesterday. And he did go 4 for 4. But yeah, see, even Amber knows. Amber knows what's up. And then the time tomorrow is going to be 9 o'clock in the morning, right? 9 o'clock? All right, 5 for 8. I need to see it. Any of y'all did it? Anybody? Uh-oh, we got new comments. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Nobody? Oh, you're good, Amber. You're good, Amber. Sometimes it's a delay. But y'all go make sure I will be watching for y'all 5 for 8 comments. Y'all let me know. Y'all get there, be square, be the illest, and also be the realest. And can continue to be great. Thank y'all so much for rocking and rolling with me. And, we'll see you next time. All right? Peace. Oh, y'all got to go to work. Oh, my goodness. Well, hey, y'all be great. Please, y'all have a great weekend. Everything. I'm going to get to these videos. I will see y'all next. Thank y'all so much. Comment on this video, 5 for 8 right now.